Lead fever coming at ya.
Subscribe to Papa's YouTube channel.
We're out.
Well, folks, if you look right here, I've got one of these high desert shooting benches. They were on sale at Bass Pro Shops for $168.98. I had them to hold one and went to get it the next day, and the sale price was off for $249.99. So I found one at Glenn's Navy Army outlet up in Grand Rapids, Michigan for $139.99. Got it yesterday, and the top on it's a little bit small. So over there on the porch, I got a butcher block countertop section, 5 foot long, 25 inches wide. I'm gonna be swapping this out, but I'm gonna try this first. My target is way down there at 50 yards, way up high. Had to put it up high because that heel drops off pretty good. So we're gonna hook this up to the spotting scope because I don't have a tripod that's high enough to get a good shot on that target. We're gonna have to use this little rest because there's not enough room up there for me to put my front and rear rest. We're gonna try this. It's gonna be wobbly. I got some paving blocks down there to help stable it up. And the frame on this ain't the best. I got a ratchet strap on there to help hold it snug against itself, kind of take some of the wobble out. So let me get set up and let's see what this thing does at 50. It's pretty windy today. It's probably, I don't know, about 10 miles an hour. So give me a minute to get the spotting scope set up and my positional camera set up, and we'll let this thing rip and see what it'll do. Hold on. All right, folks, this is very, very awkward. Very awkward. This is very unstable. It shakes a lot. I have got to get this new top done, get my rest system, but we're going to try this. And what I'm going to do first, I finally got this tuned about around 870. Let me get rid of these beat up pellets. Let's single feed a 5-round group down there on that top set of targets down there, the very top on the left. And let's put 5 rounds down there and see how we can do. Let me take my glasses off, that might. There we go, it's pretty sharp. And we're only on 12 power here at 50 yards. This scope is pretty decent. So let's take a first shot. Tap went a little bit too right. 878. And I got these big old claws, and it makes it hard to load these things. And we do have some wind. I'm trying to hold this thing just as still as I can. And we dropped down that time. 868. Might need to take the hammer spring back in a little bit. Okay. I don't see them that well. It's only on 12 power. Yeah, we got a big gust of wind. $874. Looks like it's stacking them in there pretty good now. Yeah, that one flew out. And you got to remember, I am at 50 yards and I'm on a very, very unstable platform here. and I'm hoping to remedy that after we do this. I'm hoping to put a better top on this and have room for my regular rest system, and it be a little sturdier and less shaky. I can't even use my trigger technique right now. Okay, I think that's more than 5 shots. Let's look at it right here. I forgot to reset my chronograph. I was getting it zeroed, so stream spread was 26.2, average 878.3, standard deviation 8.4. So that was while I was adjusting my hammer spring. So let's start a new group. All right, let's start a new group. Let's see what it does. I have right here, let's take this single load out. I got a magazine of just these regular out of the can, no skirt inspection or nothing like that. And we're going to see how they group. Let's go to that second. Let's go to that second target on that same row. Oh, that went way right. That didn't do good at all. I accidentally hit the trigger before I wanted it. I can't hold this thing still at all. See, this has padding on it, and it's giving up and down and back and forth, and I got to get this top off of here. I don't know who designed this, but it's not for accurate shooting. It's 4 shots. One that I pulled before I wanted it. Trigger guard just happens to be in an awkward spot for me. Let's go to the second one, try to put 5 on it. Still shooting way right. I guess that's the wind. I had it zeroed up earlier. Yeah, it's not being good. I can't hold it still enough to. The gun's all over the place. Let's go left. And let's load up this other magazine that I resized. I resized all these pellets. And then I'm not going to shoot anymore till I get my top on there, and we're going to see if that makes any difference. You try to hold this thing. Let's go to the next one. Let's go over to the 4th one. Give us some space. And the parallax just right. I went too far. This scope, the adjustments are twice as much as it is on my normal scopes. every time my heart beats, my reticle moves. I ain't used to that. One more shot. All right, those grouped pretty good. So we're down to 863. All right, we still got a little pressure in there. Got plenty of pressure. All right, let's hit that last group over there. Put 5 on it. Yeah, I can't hold this thing still at all. This is not conducive to good shooting. And I'm not trying to make excuses. It's the truth. It's really unstable. One more shot. And I think that last group was all in one hole except that one that went to the left. It was. Huh. So that's pretty good. So I get this tabletop or bench rest top fixed up here in a little bit. I think we'll be in the money. So this lead fever. I hope you enjoyed this, and next time you see this table or this shooting bench, it's going to have a nice top on it. So, and I'm kind of amazed at that last group, with the exception of that one flyer to the left. That other group beside it didn't look bad. One flyer on both of them, and we got a lot of wind. So it's hard to say what caused it. I'm sure I had a lot to do with it. Just hang on safe. Make sure she's unloaded. Be back with you here in just a little bit. Let me get this top out, shape it, cut it, mount it on this thing, and we'll give it another try. Lead fever will be right back. All right, y'all seen it before, and this is what it looks like now. I took a 5-foot piece of 25-inch wide and 1.5 inch thick butcher block countertop and put on it. Make it more stable and give me enough room to use my rest. It's still a little shaky, but it's I can brace it up. I've got ways to brace it. So let me get my rest on it. Get my Avenge X back out before the sun goes down on us here. I think we got a couple hours. It's just kind of cloudy and the sun's back there in the trees. So got some paver blocks down there to give it a stable platform. That's what it looks like now, folks. Got the spotting scope set up there for the target. Let me get this thing set up and we'll get going. It's lead fever. See you in a little bit. All right, folks, here we are. It was a job, but I can't use my rest with the bench plate on it because I'm going downhill so far. I can't get my target up high enough from here. I'm going to have to work on that. I'm going to have to get a better target stand or something. So we're still a little wobbly, but this is a whole lot better than it was. So I have some of these that came straight out of the can. So let's go down there on that second row and see how we can group with these. And the regulator probably, this regulator first shot or two is not right on the money. Went way right, 869. Well, don't understand that. grouping good. Now when I lay my scope down, I must have hit my turret. So let's go left. Got 2 more shots. That group ain't gonna matter now. That's a little better. Maybe we'll do better on the second group. And these pellets are all messed up. That's 5 shots. We're going down on our pressure for some reason. We got plenty of pressure in the tank. 859. Let's go over there to the third one. Since we were way too close. Now, this is 50 yards. I'm still not rested good. I got to get my good steady rest up here. It was warmer out earlier, so my pressure's probably dropped because it's gotten cooler. So that ain't too bad. It's still not as good as I'd like for it to be. Still not as good as I'd like for it to be. All right, let's go over on the fourth one. $866. These are the ones that's been put through the pellet sizer. We got some wind now. Hold up a minute. That looked pretty good. Let's move over. Do our last 5 and we'll be done with this video. I just wanted to show you my shooting bench, what I did to modify it, and to show how well that pellet sizer works. Oh, that one flew way out. That was me. We're falling off the rag. I forgot to air it up. So that still ain't too bad. Had that one flyer. I'll go down there and I'll get the target. Let's get the chronograph here and see what we got on it. Got 20 shots. I'm sure that them first 10 weren't that good. So our standard deviation for 20 shots is 4.4. The extreme spread is 16.1. And the average is 864.3. I need to be a little higher in the velocity. So I'll probably take this thing in and air it back up and shoot a little bit more, but I'll measure them groups that we got down there. That very first one ain't worth measuring because I had to adjust my scope over. When I laid this in my truck or my car while I was working on this, I slid it in and I hit my windage turret. Got it way off. It's not a lockable turret. But those last two groups don't look too bad from 50. If I hadn't been for that one flyer over there, the very first shot on the last group, it would have looked pretty good. So let me go down there and get the target, and we'll take a look at it. We'll see how we did. This lead fever will be right back. All right, folks, I had a guy show up. We had a refrigerator that we gave away, and the guy showed up to get it, and he's a talker. So I'm finally in the house here, and I got this target. And if you take a look at these, at the top row up there were 0.44, 7.47, 0.44, and then come over here and got this flyer, and then the last one, 0.42. Okay, that was all for the rest before I did anything to it. Then this over here, you remember my scope is off, and I had to adjust it back over. And then we come over another 0.44, then a 0.33, then a 0.5. And it's not bad. The standard deviation was 4.4 on this, extreme spread 16.1, average velocity was 864.3. So then after I quit filming, I came down here and I filled back up. No, I didn't fill back up. I still had enough pressure to get this group here. I got a 0.247. And then came over here and I fell off my regulator and it started stringing, but I still had a standard deviation of 3.2 and an extreme spread of 12.1 with an average velocity of 870.9. So once I get my rest situation figured out, I'm gonna go back out to the gun range with it where I can really set my rest and everything up and get really steady with it. I think this gun is going to be a really good shooter for an air rifle. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Just wanted to show you what I did with my rest to try to get to shoot here at home. I still got some work to do to be able to do it. But this is Lead Fever. Thank all of you for coming by and checking it out. And I'll bring you some more content here pretty soon. God bless. We're out.